you ever speak to me like that again, better be wearing a cup.
Baby steps.
One break, I'm in
Okay, friends, let's everybody take your positions, please. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, rolling. Dave!
And
Unchained.
welcome to Dave and Dave Unchained, a Van Halen podcast. I'm Dave.
And I'm Dave.
And we are at episode 60, Dave. Can you believe we hit 60?
The big 60.
Yeah, well, it's actually more than that because of my stupid lettering and stuff like that, but it's a 60 plus. 60 plus.
60 with an asterisk?
That's right, 60 with an asterisk. Now, because you're a mathematician and you're a CPA, certified public accountant, okay? See if
I
you
feel
can,
the pressure.
Well,
I
that's
feel
all
the
right.
pressure.
This is just a rounded figure. So we are at episode 60 plus. How many hours of speaking about Van Halen do you think we've logged?
Oh, my God. So we've had 60 plus episodes, right?
Right.
How many hours? Okay, I'm going to say 250.
Wow, you're actually over.
Oh,
Because some of
how
our...
much is it?
It's 178. Which is
Oh,
still
I
impressive.
just figured every episode was like 4 hours long, and I bumped it up.
No. That's a more recent times. Here's my other thing I wanted to note. Ready for this? So I did the math. You'll be proud of me. I did the math. You could actually play our podcast for a solid week nonstop, and we'd still have more.
So
Round the
you
clock.
can listen to Dave and Dave Unchained 24/7 for a week and still not be done.
That's correct. That is where we are at, just to give you a little taste.
Wow.
You believe that?
That's a lot of Van Halen content.
It's
let me
right.
tell
That's
you.
right. And we still have more to come as we launch into Van Halen news.
Van Halen.
Okay, well, the top of the news is going to be Mr. Wolf, okay? So Wolf is still out there. He is answering questions on Twitter. He's on Instagram. He's still doing radio interviews. This man is all over the place. So he's out there promoting Distance right now. And he answers some questions on the Twitter there. And I'm going to just give you the random topic. I'm not going to read everybody's, question for him. I'm going to give you his answers in the specific subject matter. So he says here, in regarding playing Van Halen music to honor your dad, they go, why aren't you playing Van Halen music to honor your father, right? He says, there's many more ways to honor my father than just playing Panama. By being my own musician, I honor my father much more than just playing a fucking Van Halen song. I get that all you want to hear the Van Halen songs. Head over to Spotify, because I'm not a jukebox. There's not a better way to honor him than to carve my own path and move forward on my own merits. It's what he wanted, not for me to parade around as a cover band reliving the past. He'd be fucking pissed. How do you all not see that? I mean, fuck me for being the son of Eddie Van Halen, right? What the fuck am I supposed to do? LOL. So, I understand where he's coming from, and everybody has to get off this guy's ass. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. He has his own path to follow, that's for sure. No one should be expecting him to play Van Halen songs, carry the Van Halen flag, or move forward with the band. That is not going to happen. Let it go. And you know what I'm also saying let go is the whole thing with the vaults with Wolf. Leave him alone with the goddamn vaults. Just leave it alone. If anything comes of the vaults, I think it'll be Alex. I don't know if it'll be Wolf, but what do you think of that, Dave?
I think he's exactly right when he says that's what he would want his dad to do.
Oh, yeah, of course he's right.
Because that's all his dad ever wanted to do was do his own music.
Right,
So,
right.
And you know what? I think of Dweezil Zappa.
Right.
So Dweezil Zappa did his own thing
Right.
for a long time
Right.
when Frank passed away. Because Frank passed away, he wasn't that old either, and I think he passed away of cancer also,
Yes,
right?
he did. Yes, he did many years ago.
So, but Dweezil did his own thing for a long time.
Right.
And so now in the past, well, it's been a few years now. It's been like 5 or so years. He's been doing Zappa Does Zappa.
Right.
So he's been honoring his father that way.
Right.
So maybe Wolf will take that route and do that one day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. Like, let the guy do his own thing.
Right.
He shouldn't be like badgered or guilted into doing Van Halen.
Yeah.
There's plenty of other Van Halen cover bands and tribute bands doing that already.
Right.
So, you know, if Wolf wants to do his own thing and he doesn't want to cover any Van Halen, I mean, that's up to him. That's fine. You know, he's right. It is tough being the son of Eddie Van Halen.
Of course.
I think, but you know what? Like, he's going to do whatever he wants to do, and everybody just needs to lay off. Like Hank Williams Jr.
Right.
He carved his own path.
Yeah.
He wasn't like covering Hank Williams Sr.
No, and he did well.
Right. So let Wolf do his own thing.
Absolutely. Just leave him the fuck alone. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, really. The guy is entitled, like all of us, to do his own thing.
Of course, but not only that, but he's being pressurized during a very difficult time. I mean,
that's the thing. Like, people are like, you're really like, you know, you're really pressuring the guy now.
I mean, so stupid.
His dad's been dead for 2 months. I mean,
I know.
Give the guy some space,
I know. So listen to this. So I have to bring this up. And just so you know from the beginning, it's going to sound a little wretched, but there is a reason why I'm bringing it up. Okay, so there is this troll online that came out with this horrendous statement. The only reason I'm reading it is you'll see why after I read the statement. So this guy by the name of @GrouchoM said, "You have my sincerest sympathies, kid, but I want you to remember one thing before you feel too sorry for yourself. Thanks to your dad, you are privileged. You may not dig it now, but trust me, you are." So then this is why I wanted to bring this up. So Val came out of the woodwork. And she said, "Where in the world did he ever say he felt sorry for himself? You really have no idea what you're talking about. Shut up and sit the fuck down, asshole." So I love that. His mama bear came out and fucking swatted that guy. She got him so upset, he closed his account.
Wow.
and then Wolf followed up saying, "First of all, I'm 3 months old from 30, meaning like stop calling him kid. This guy's not a kid."
Second, well, right. That, you know, and a lot of people do that.
I know.
That, you know, it's like he's older than Ed was after Ed had, you know, done the 6-pack, I think.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. That's exactly, yeah. He's about the age of when Ed was doing Jump, and I mean, I'm like actually on tour with 1984. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. So, first of all, I'm 3 months from 30. Second of all, when have I ever said I wasn't? I'm fully aware I'm in an unbelievably lucky position, and I don't take it for granted for a second. Why do you people insist on hating me for something I have no control over? So, yeah, that's another thing. So, luckily, that guy got swatted down, which is nice to know that, you know, people are out there at least supporting Wolf. Now, also, it says here a couple of other questions, which I thought were very intuitive. He says, since you have your own studio, what will become of 5150? So that's a big question we've all wanted to know. Wolf had a great response. I will record there for the rest of my life. If it wasn't clear enough, while I may record in different studios here and there, 5150 is my home, and I plan on making music in that building until I'm physically unable to. So the good news is that obviously he's in control of that studio, and that is going to go on, and he's going to continue making music there, which is great news. I think that's fantastic, because obviously 5150 is such a historical place. Now, he said, another person asked, what music or bands or artists did your dad like to listen to? And he said Peter Gabriel was one of his favorites, but near the end, all he wanted to listen to was my album. He literally could not have been more proud. His pride still drives me today. Someone also asked him, what was your pop's favorite song on the upcoming album? Wolf said his favorite song will surprise a lot of people, I think. It's called Think It Over. It's one of the poppiest songs on the album, and he fucking loved it. And people asked, how are you doing? And he says, I'm not doing well at all. Some days are better than others, but it's mostly awful. I'm keeping myself busy, and that really helps because anytime I stand still, my brain takes over and I withdraw. Really leaning on people who are important to me. Thanks for asking. So he's a very sensitive guy. And, he's going through a rough time, and everybody's got to give him some space on that. Someone also asked him, why did you name the project Mammoth? Wolf said, because it's a subtle homage that respects the lineage, and also not many people know outside of Van Halen fans, but it doesn't tread the same ground. And I just love the name. Now, in talking about going solo, he says, man, I'm just so ready to prove myself. That I'm not this dumb 15-year-old bass player kid that people seem to view me as. I'd so much rather have people hate me for me than their ideas of me, or what they pull from misleading clickbait headlines. At least wait to shit on me until after the album comes out, LOL. So he's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair, right?
Yeah, of course.
I can't argue with that.
Unbelievable. Someone asked him who are his favorite bands, and he said Tool, Foo Fighters, Nine Inch Nails, Jimmy Eat World, AC/DC, and Carnival. So that's interesting. Quite a mixed bag there. And now listen to this. Oh, you're going to unbelieve. Dave, have you seen this fake shirt of the canceled kitchen sink tour?
No, I have not.
Oh, this is unbelievable. So some fucking asshole put together a tour shirt for the kitchen sink tour, but more specifically, an actual date. It was June of 2019 at Yankee Stadium, and it has Metallica and Foo Fighters and Eric Church, and they're charging $85 for the shirt.
Wow, that's nerve.
Can you imagine? Some people are just so goddamn nuts. So someone asked him, is this true? Is this real? He said, for fuck's sake, no. I've seen some dumb shit before, but this is ridiculous. So I can't believe that someone would be that goddamn low to do something like that. That's just unbelievable.
Sadly, I'm not surprised, but that's crossing the line.
I mean, really, come on, guys. That's really bad. Now, surprising enough, Wolf booked or announced a date for a live show. So Wolf is going to be part of the 2021 Aftershock Festival, which takes place in Sacramento, California from October 7th through October 10th. He's going to be appearing on the last date, which is the 10th, and he's going to be opening for Metallica, Social Distortion, Rise Against, Mastodon, Pennywise, The Pretty Reckless, Black Veil Brides, Steel Panther, and Yellow Wolf. Interesting, huh? So that's going to be in October. Wondering if that's going to happen, Dave. I got to be honest.
I mean, I hope shows like that happen for music's sake.
I know.
But, I mean, I'm personally not a big fan of festival shows myself.
Yeah.
But, and really, as far as shows that are, I would think that they would start having, that's the last kind of show I would think they would have.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the largest group of people you can have. That is on the bottom of their list, I would think, of shows to have. You're more likely to have a show at, say, Madison Square Garden before that's going to happen. Man, I hope it does, but I don't know. I don't know.
This is just crazy. So now he was on with Big J from a 100.3 The X Rocks radio station, and he was doing an interview there. And he said he's been working on his solo album since 2015, and he didn't finish everything until 2018. And when they asked about what role Eddie had in the album, this is what Wolf had to say. He didn't take part in any of it. The only part he took in it was just being a proud dad. Anytime he sat in the studio, he would just take it all in and let me fly. He didn't want to touch it. He wanted to see what I could do. And he was really proud of that. Now, interesting enough, Distance entered the hot rock and alternative song charts at number 9, and the hard rock digital song sales and rock digital song sales charts at number 1 and number 2, respectively. So the song is doing well. I have to be honest with you, I do not know how they're going to keep that song off the album.